welcome. I'm just gonna be tuning my stream here today, testing out audio levels and stuff like that as I play a game, Boundless. So, Boundless is a game where it's a voxel building game, but it's more than that. So it's kind of like Minecraft, but the graphics are so much better. The options are so much better. Character development's better. You can do things like join guilds and team up for hunting of creatures, as well as all of the same stuff that you do in a lot of the voxel building games. You can build structures and stuff like that. Boundless has a really big universe of many planets. Some of them, there's 50 planets that are run by the game, but then there's like 150 that are owned by people that they run. You can set up your own planet. You can choose the colors. You can choose whether there are meteors or mobs. So there's a lot to this game. I won't touch on most of it. I'm not going to go hunting today. I will stream a hunt in the future, so follow, and then you'll be notified when I do stream that hunt. But today I'm just going to be working on one of my builds. I'm moving my workshop and all of that stuff. So with that, let's get started. Let me get my stream chats up, and I'll get started momentarily. Still new to all this streaming stuff. I have not been streaming for long. This is like my fourth one, so I'm still getting used to all of the ins and outs of it. I am on YouTube and I am on Twitch as well. I'm planning to stream a lot of various games, and hopefully some of the new releases, some of the early access games. So what I have here, it looks boring. It is boring. As I'm just building a room for my workshop. So what we have here, this is my place. It's on a world called Flame, F-L-A-N. So I don't know. And this is just a building that I'm starting to build here. I just claimed the plots and I'm just starting to use this. I have this. There's the outside of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of turning out like a chapel. So I might call it such or something like that. I was starting to build it out as a castle, but there's just not enough room on this mountaintop. I would have had to destroy another layer of the mountain. So the reason I chose this land is because it has all these tiers going down. So it gives me a lot of room to build. I can build my main building here. I do have some stairways going down into this next level. I'm going to have maybe a little like town going on down here in these tiers. So there's one after the other, which makes it a really good place to build. A lot of space that I can use. All of it falls under that castle. Now there's one of our mobs. And I don't think he'll attack me, but he's a ways off. But I will go attack him. There's a couple of them down here. Now those mobs, they don't spawn if you have the area claimed. Ooh. Yeah, oh. That's just the way it goes, isn't it? So I'm just going to return here. I think I have the wrong build on. I'm going to check that, make sure I don't have... Yeah, he was just tougher than I was prepared to deal with. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back up to my area here. Maybe today is not the day to be hunting mobs. What today is a good day for is building. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go continue my building. This is gonna be multi-layered. I haven't finished the actual building itself yet, but I will. One of the reasons I'm doing this stream is because I've struggled with the audio outputs, making sure everything is as it should be and that no levels are too much. I had the music up too loud before, I think. So for now, I'm just going to clear this away. Hey, I'm going to be back. All right. And I think I'm back. All right. Hey, Wicked. Yeah, doing good. Just checking, just still tuning this stuff. Doing a little building on my place in Flan. How was your stream? All good? I hope it was all good. I did tune my music. I got another piece of software. Yeah, well, I got another piece of software. It was like $30. It's been around for like 20 years or something, but it lets you route from all the audio from like to set up new devices in your PC. I know you don't use PC, but it lets me set the volume independently for everything I need to do. So I think this is a good level. It was great in my recordings. It was just about right. So I'm streaming it out to both YouTube and Twitch, and I think it's good. I still need to do a little work on it, of course, but I'll watch those videos online and see how it came out online. But I think it's going to do good, which is exciting for me. I decided I'm going to start streaming all kinds of games too. I have a list of like 200 something games that I have. Most of them I've never played, so I'm going to start just streaming random video games, a good variety, and try to get some of the early releases just to have some variety, because Boundless is kind of a niche game, you know? And it's not going to be the only thing people are interested in seeing. But I'm still going to use Boundless to tune my stream to make sure that it's everything that it needs to be. This is going to be my new workshop. I'm moving my whole base to a new world where I have a lot of space. So I found this place. Actually, I found it for somebody else. There was a new player in the game, and he wanted a unique place to build. So what's unique about this area, and it's on the world Flan. I'm not sure if you play Boundless, but what's nice about this area is that it has all of these tiers. It has steps going up. So I started on the top. I built that building there. It's still unfinished. And so I just put a box. It's basically a box. There's a lot of work to be done. I'm going to put all kinds of texture on it and everything. And I'm building down through this mountain. And there's like 5 tiers on this mountain. That just go down and down and down. And for each one of those, I'm going to have doors into the wall that enter into the bottom basement levels of this what used to be a castle. It's looking more like a chapel, so I might actually call it a chapel and build it out to be a chapel. So there's these tiers of these different levels of texture on this mountain. I have most of it claimed. There's a couple levels down there that I didn't claim yet. I'm gonna have things like shops, and I don't know. Just put a bunch. I'm just gonna make a little town underneath this chapel. And one of the things that's nice about it, and I haven't done anything with it yet, is over here. It's kind of set up already. I won't do much. I'm trying to use the the natural landscape as much as I can. I'm going to make this into a little grotto, and this is going to be a little pool here, and hopefully it'll look real nice. This is on Flan, so it's a higher tier world, but it's not super high. It's not a T6. I have my factory on a T6, and you pretty much just want to be completely enclosed there because of the mobs. But here the mobs aren't too bad. They can still do some damage. Actually, I got killed at the beginning of the stream. But it just gives me a lot to work with. So I'm going to move my main workshop over to here. This is going to be something like a chapel. I'm going to put a big version of that tree in the middle of this. So that's what's going to be in the center area here. Got space for rooms behind these walls and everything, but I did this just to see if I could hide a door. And it's not obvious when you're coming up here. You don't really realize that there's a door here or a passageway, and that's kind of how you get in. I don't think I'm going to keep this tree. Or I might just improve on it or something. But I don't think I'm going to keep this tree. As more of an experiment. But I do like how that passageway is hidden. And that's really what I was trying to experiment with. I'm going to do a big glowing tree in this. And maybe I'll put a passageway into that goes down. But for now, I just wanted to get my space built out. And what I have down here, I just basically just box it all in so I don't get annoyed by the mobs. This is about as far as I can go. If I break through any more than this, then I'll be out onto that level, that next tier down. You know, guys, I really hate this song, so I'm gonna make it so it doesn't ever play again. It's really discordant, isn't it? Not my favorite thing. It's gone. It'll be gone for good. So, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just basically just framing in the space. This is gonna be a workshop. It's gonna be 10 of each machines. I have my main workshop now is only 5. So I'm gonna put 10 of each machine in this area. I'll separate out the forge because there's no reason for that to be in the same area. Another thing that's nice about this spot is the ability. There's a nice cave system over here, and so what I'm going to try to do is once I get my full build done, this cave system goes all over underneath here. So I'm going to try to use it. I don't know what for. But there's just a ton of caves down here. They just go all over the place. Ooh, hello. Didn't I just run through there? Where did he come from? Anyway. So I kind of like this cave system. I just think it has a lot of potential here. Now if I can figure out how I got here. Didn't come through there. I might have to go outside. Oh, there's where my area is. I can see the wall. So ice cream, what are your thoughts on Boundless? Have you been playing? I know you're a new player. What are you building? Are you building anything? Do you have a world you like? Yeah, tell me what you think of the game. And if you have any plans for anything, also if you need any help, I like to help people. So it does take a little time, that's for sure. The starting grind, if you're just playing and you're not actually trying to level, is pretty painful. If I'm being honest, I think I'll put a window here just so I remember that there is a cave here that I can get out to. What world did you start on? I don't think I've built anything on Cerisi. I think it's a pretty nice world. I like it, but I haven't built anything yet. I have a lot of single purpose builds that are just for like outpost type of things. I make these machines that just generate rock for building materials, and I have a bunch of those out there. But I've never really built any kind of build on Cerisi. My main worlds are Sethanex, and I went there started at Beacon, went from there to Sethanex, and I like Sethanex, and I'll tell you why. It's a T3, so it's a little tougher. But if you just dig in and start from building in a cave, there's a lot of resources on Sethanex. There's no water, but there's almost as much. It's really high for copper, so that's a kind of nice way to start for me. In that I could have a lot of copper to start making metal stuff, and the copper ore generates a lot of coin actually. So that's where I started, and that's where I've stayed until I decided to build a factory for building materials, because you see all these big builds that people do, and it just takes so much resources. And so I built a factory, and I did that on Alcyon. Once I got up to level 50, ore sells way better than bar, way better. Don't make bars and sell them. You just sell the ore. It saves you the effort, unless you want the experience from processing it. That's how I started, actually. And I can give you a couple of tips. Once you get some levels on you, there are some planets out there that you can make $150,000 in it, or 150,000 coins in a couple hours. Every couple hours, if you can use speed brews, and you get to the point where you're using speed brews and then the speed tools for the speed hammers, I can point you to a couple of worlds where you can just sit there and mine ore for a few hours and have as much coin as you want, even if you're buying those brews rather than making them. One of those is Fantasia. It's just the whole place is just made of silver. And once you find a good spot to start from on there, you don't have to worry about mobs too much. There are mobs in the caves on Fantasia, but it's just loads and loads of silver. and you can basically fill your inventory with metals, mostly silver. Second would be iron, and then some copper, and have enough to make 150,000 coin every hour or 2 hours. And if you go through about a stack of hammers in that time. But you make it back. I mean, it's just loaded with it. So there's a couple of worlds that are out there like that, and then you just kind of got to buckle down and grind through it, and then you just go sell your ore, sell your whatever else. Stack is 900. So yeah, you just gotta kind of buckle down and just grind through it for a while, but it's definitely worth it, and it'll speed you up. What level are you at now? Have you been to all the Region XP farms? If you haven't been to the Region XP farms, that's if you want to make levels fast, you can make, I don't know, like 20 or 30 levels within a few hours there. So the way it works is you get experience for every region you discover for the first time. So what you do is, and people have it set up that they have worlds that there are portals to all regions in one place. So you just basically use one of those teaching pies, because that doubles your experience, and then you just go into one portal, in through a door, and then you back out and go to the next one in the row, and then you back out, and you just keep on doing that until you've discovered all regions on the planet. There are, I think, 4 or 5 of those, and you do definitely make a lot of experience fast. You just want to make sure you have the experience pies, or the teaching pies, so that you can double that up. So you go, if you go to Shorty and Woofie's, you'll find one there. You'll find one on Valhalla. You'll find another one at Host Place at the Future, and just do that, because I think you'll need probably 2 pies, maybe 3. So right there, you're gonna spend 1,000 coin, but you'll make that back just by getting your levels. You get a little bit of coin on those. So just go get 3 pies. Oh, Valhalla is the one. So there's another one, Shorties and Woofies. There's the one on Future. It has an XP farm. There's another one on Kakarot. And I think there's a 4th one, but I can never remember where it is. And what you should do is you should just go buy those pies, and that should get you at least to level 30, but probably to level 40. And when you're level 40, you can definitely start at least mining on these higher tier planets. The main thing is you want to find a portal somewhere where you can get underground fast, so that you're not troubled by the mobs. And then just go and start mining like crazy. Just get an AoE hammer, get one of the diamond T6 hammers, and a speed brew. And just go in. If you have the speed brew and the speed hammer, which they're a little expensive, it's like you have a jackhammer. The rock just it's gone in front of you, especially if you have the right build. So, but you know what? I'm gonna have to duck off my stream here for a while. I'm gonna have some errands to run and stuff like that, and then I'll be back later on today. So if you can maybe look me up, I can meet you somewhere or something. Maybe I'll try to find you on Cerisi if you're there, um, and I'll hook you up with a couple of hammers or something and teaching pie and some speed brews maybe, and we'll get you all hooked up. Um, Happy to help. Like to help new players. It's a pretty great game, and it's not really well known. So that's it for me on this stream. I'm going to be probably streaming in a little while again. Thanks for watching.